What's up, guys? Mr. Wall Street here, episode 6. Wow, we're on episode 6 already. All right, I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on a blueprint, okay? Apparently, I need to be more detailed. You guys aren't still getting the message, okay? So, you finally decided you want to get rich. Woohoo! Woohoo! Finally, you decided poverty ain't your vibe anymore? Good. Sit down, shut up, and take some good notes, okay? In a few minutes, I will give you a step-by-step formula to stop being a broke NPC and start stacking real cash, okay? Let's go, okay? Step 1. We gotta accept that your current life is a scam. You're 9 to 5, modern day slavery with coffee breaks. You know, do you enjoy your job? Statistically, you don't. At least you don't like someone that you work with, right? If you had money, you wouldn't have to deal with that, right? So the goal should be here. How do I make more money than I am making, right? So you don't have to put up with people. I think everyone wants to be rich and to not be rich when you're retirement about to die. You want some money fairly quickly here. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen overnight, but 5-10 years could change your life. Okay. Right now, you're trading your time for money. Then you trade that money for junk that impresses no one, okay? You're not stable, you're stuck, okay? So we need to unstuck your current way of thinking. Sometimes the best thing to do is just have a reset on your life, a reset on your way of thinking, because the way you think is how you ended up to where you are right now. If you always do what you always did, you always have what you always got, right? You need to pick up a high income skill, okay? I don't care if it's copywriting, which is writing words that sell. I don't care if that's video editing. You turn TikToks into gold. I don't care if that's sales and closing. You walk your way into money and talk your way into money. Coding is good for now, but even AI might replace that. I mean, honestly, you spend 1 to 2 hours a day, which all of us have. All of us have. YouTube is free. There's some guy in India selling some course, okay? Let's be honest. There's courses everywhere. And courses are $50 sometimes, right? Netflix costs more and teaches you nothing, right? You just go, look at them dating and doing all this dumb shit. Who cares? You want to sit behind a screen your entire life? That is crazy. You gotta start freelancing, right? You don't need a job. You need clients, right? You gotta start something up, right? You can go on Upwork, Fiverr. You can DM 50 businesses, like, just out of the blue, offering whatever service you are good at, whatever your hobby is. There's something that you want to do that you're not doing. Honestly. Why don't you do it? Life is short. Life is passing us by. You want to be stable? I mean, that's fine, right? But I don't think most of us do. And then what? You're gonna be 80 and then regret you didn't do nothing? I mean, most of these websites out there for all these businesses look like their cousin built it, like blindfolded. They need help, guys. You can help them. You can have AI make the websites. Ask ChatGPT do it, right? You could charge cheap to start. You could build like a portfolio and proof that you actually are doing stuff, right? Because obviously people are going to want to see, what you did so far. But then you raise it, you raise it, right? Like, how good would it feel you making a bunch of money? We could tell your old boss, right? He ain't going to be happy. So you got to start with a pool of something, right? Even if you work a job, right? You need to view it as temporary, right? Like, all these people say, "Oh, save 10% of your paycheck." You save 90% of your paycheck. You live dirt poor, live in a car, get a Planet Fitness membership, go shower there. Seriously, even on minimum wage, I have turned 5,000 into 500,000 5 times now. Okay? I've gained and lost a lot of money and learned a lot of lessons, guys, and I'm here to honestly share it with you. If you make 2K, 5K, if you get up to 10K a month, you're doing all right. You know, don't go blow it on Yeezys and bottle service. You know, put your money and you can put 50%. Take 50% of the money you earn, put it in like slow growing money, index funds, right? Like you're not going to go wrong. The market has always gone up forever and ever and ever, even through the Great Depression, COVID, 9/11. It's always gone up. And then if there's a point where it does go down and never recovers, you'll have other things to worry about, right? Like if there's a nuke, so get on the train, right? Don't let it. There it goes. There it goes. Choo choo, choo 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 choo. You need to use some books, right? Buy some courses, get some mentorship. You need to upgrade your brain and reset the way you think. Now, to launch your own business, you know, it might take a little bit of capital. It doesn't take much, but you need at least something to get the website up. You know, start. I mean, you could almost start from nothing, but it's all about leveraging what you have, right? Once you have 50K saved, it's a different game, right? You can actually start an e-commerce brand. You can, you know, invest in some supply and products, right? After you've done a test that wouldn't even cost anything at all. You buy income producing assets, right? You keep doing the stocks, real estate, right? You can launch an agency with your team, scale up your skill. Like at this point, you're making more than your teachers made. Okay, the ones that taught you. The problem is like people get it's comfortable, but it's uncomfortable, right? Like you get to a spot where you're like, it's okay. I'm content with my life. But like sometimes if you were to go backwards, lose that job, get into trouble, sometimes that would be the push to get you ahead further than you were just to begin with, right? Sometimes you need something a bad like if you're just a stable line, sometimes you need that heartbeat. You need something to go down and to get you back up, right? You need to really reprogram your mindset, right? It's not just numbers, it's discipline. Waking up early. Very important. We're on this earth. The sun gives us energy, okay? It powers everything in our solar system for life, the sun, okay? Hit the gym. You need to work out because it works out not just your muscles, your brain. Even more so than your muscles, it works out your brain. You need to read more than you scroll. You need to cut out those broke-minded friends that say, you know, money isn't everything, you know? Well, they're jerking it, right? Like, let's be honest. We all have friends that, like, you know could do better, but they're not. Like, if you had a clone of yourself, what would you tell your clone to do? Right? Like, you know you have more of that. You're watching my videos. You need to get out of your average habits. Okay? You need rituals. Mr. Wall Street rituals, okay? It's a mindset. It really is. You have to have the confidence you could do it. And I know there's a part of you that believes you can do it, okay? You need to scale or die, right? You made your first 6 figures. Great. Anyone could do that, by the way. Anyone could do that. Even on a minimum wage job, you can make 6 figures. Go build systems. Automate it. Outsource what you're bad at. There's so many ways to build multiple streams of income. You can sleep and make money. After you make 6 figure, it's no longer about getting rich. It should be getting so rich that the being average physically offends you. Like I literally just gave you guys the blueprint. It's not easy. It's simple though. The best part is 99% of the people even watching this will never do it. They'll never get started. They're too lazy, too scared, too comfortable being average. You can watch this video and continue on with your life. You probably will. Most of you will. But there might be one person out there. One person. And that's what I'm making this video for, right? You didn't just watch this for fun. You came here to change your life. Now go. Get rich. Start something. When you do something, you will learn how to do more. You will. Mark Zuckerberg thought it was just going to be a college app, Facebook. Jeff Bezos thought it was going to be a bookstore. But as you do it, you learn different avenues, different ways, right? So get rich. Or come back tomorrow and watch another episode on your mom's Wi-Fi, okay? All right, love you guys. Peace out.